Hey, so welcome to the next video in the Flow Training Self-Defense program. So in this video, we're going to be looking at, this is part 2 actually, of the front kick technique. And in this video, we're going to be looking at front kick applications. So if you haven't done the last video, obviously you got to check out the technique. You got to practice the technique so that when you get to the application part, you're comfortable using it. All right? Got our friend Bob here again. He's going to be helping me demonstrate what the applications are for the front kick. So the first thing when practicing an application is obviously to get into your stance and to make sure that you're at the right distance to practice, right? So far in this program, we've looked at different distances. The elbows were the close range technique. Then we had knees, which were also close range. The front kick is a great technique to go longer range, okay? I explained also that there were different types of front kicks, and the one that we're using in this program is we're using a nice long extended front kick. All right, so that your leg is fully extended. And the main goal here is because if it's a long technique, it can help me keep a person far away from me. All right, so of course the front kick, once that person is in close range, this kick becomes useless. All right, so the goal is to use it before that person has a chance to come in on me. All right, so if my opponent is still pretty far from me, this is the range where I can use this kick to keep that person away. So what are my targets? I'm going to give you two. All right, one's easier and just as effective. And the other one really is if you have much better balance and if you're more comfortable lifting your leg up. So the first one, let's imagine that this base here is actually someone's legs. So the first one you're actually going to aim for is the knee or the thigh, right? So the goal here, remember, this is self-defense. I am trying to hurt this person because they're trying to hurt me. So what I want to do is I want to aim for the knee or I want to aim for the thigh right above the knee. All right, and I want to give that a good hard kick because what that does is it's going to push that knee backwards. Okay, and also is people aren't going to expect it. Most people are going to expect you to do something with your arms, with your hands. They're not going to expect you to be using your legs and especially not kicking them in the leg. So you can really surprise someone if you're able to get there nice and quick. A little trick here is you can actually turn your foot out a little bit so that you have a nice basically a wider weapon aiming for the target. So you kind of turn your hip over and then you're going to push down and hit on the knee or right above the thigh. Okay, so that's your first application for the front kick. The second one you can use is you're going to aim for the chest. You're not going to aim for the stomach. Look, if you end up hitting the stomach, it might actually work. But the reason I don't aim for the stomach is because the stomach is the center of the body. So if I hit someone in the stomach, even if I hit them with a decent amount of power, they might still keep coming, especially if they're bigger and stronger than me. Why? Because if they have a strong core or just because that's the center of their body, that kick may not end up pushing them backwards. The purpose of this kick isn't as much, especially when you go up higher. The goal of this kick is really to throw this person off balance. I'm not really expecting to knock them out. I'm not expecting them to fall over in pain. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that I can push this person off balance, giving myself a chance to get out of there, okay? So at this point, you're going to have to be a little more comfortable with this kick. You're going to lift up and you're going to aim for the chest, right? So by aiming for the chest, now I'm giving this person, I'm hitting the upper part of their body. So they're probably going to fall back a little bit. They might not fall all the way back, but it might be just enough to get them off balance so I can turn around and get out of there. Okay? So those are the two main applications for the front kick. Number one, I'm aiming low and I'm going for the leg. So either the knee or the thigh. The second one is I'm going up a little bit higher and I'm going to the chest to try to throw that person off balance. Okay, so those are your two main applications for the front kick for this self-defense program. Okay, so in the next part of the video, I want to show you a drill, an exercise that you can use to practice your front kick over and over again in a really safe way, but that's going to be really, really effective to help you with balance and to help you with technique. Okay, so here's a drill you can use to practice your front kicks. Super, super effective, and it's something that you can do just about anywhere. All you really need is a wall, a tree, or anything solid that you can lean your foot on and that your foot's not going to go through it. So be careful. If it's just like some flimsy little wall in your house, don't kick it. Your foot might go right through and we don't want that. I'm going to use Bob because he's here and he's available, but you can use, like I said, a wall, outside. If you're outside, you can use a tree. You can use just about anything solid. All right. So I kind of think of this drill as reverse engineering. All right. So if you really want to get good at something, sometimes you want to start from the end and work your way back to the beginning. So what I'll do is I'm going to get in my stance and I'm going to rest my foot on my target just like this. Okay, I can keep my hands up if I want. So now, from here, what I'm doing is I'm bringing it all the way back into position, right? Now I know where I'm going, and I also have that perfect distance. So I have the distance, and then I come back. I have the distance, and then I come back. So I'm not putting any power at all into this, right? You can see Bob barely moves when I touch him. But every single time I do this, all of the muscles involved in this technique are working, right? If getting your foot up this high is hard, no problem. I can go low, and I can start here and just come back into position. I can start here, come back. And then as these muscles get more and more used to this, I can go up a little bit higher, and then I can go up a little bit higher, and so forth. All right? But in the beginning, find your position, lean up on that wall, and just hold it there. All right? Because now all of these muscles are working, especially on this supporting leg, right? The muscles on the supporting leg are working to keep me up in this position. And then when you start to get tired, bring it back. And then I suggest switching, and always try to work both sides, because you never know when you might need to use the other side. So same thing, I can bring that leg up, and I just keep working that technique nice and soft, nice and slow. If you have a solid wall, you might be tempted to kick it a little bit harder, go for it. It's not going to hurt you, but that's not the goal. The goal here really is to just work on your balance and understanding the distance and getting all of those muscles involved in the technique. All right, so try that out. It's an amazing drill to get your front kick stronger, to improve your balance, and to just make you feel more comfortable using this technique. All right, give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Peace.